Yeah, like one of the... Oh, shoot. This is a scrolling. We're back. One of the
Auto
other things
scroll.
that's, like, weird about, like...
Oh no,
that...
not the beast
Yeah.
stars.
They have, like... Do you know what the B-Star is?
No, I thought it, like I said, I thought it was a sports anime, so I thought it was like All Stars, but
No, like...
beasts, because they were animals playing basketball.
Apparently, like, I think it's supposed to be, like, a valedictorian thing, but it's, like, whichever, you know, like, student promotes, like, harmony and stuff, like, between the different animals and everything, they get, like, the title of B-Star. And, like, the whole time, like, they're doing this, I can't take it seriously because I'm just, like... Because in my mind, I'm hearing, I'm gonna be king of the pirates! And it's like, okay, so this is your version of that. Nice.
I wanna be Hokage.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that it's like a dumb shonen anime, and then like,
Is it shonen? You said it was...
I think it technically is, yeah.
But I said it was like...
Well, maybe
Whatever.
it's more adult, so maybe it technically be seinen or whatever. I hate that I know these terms. I haven't needed to use them in years.
I only know shonen, because shonen jump.
But yeah, you know, it's just like dumb stuff like that that makes me not be able to take it seriously. Plus, like, the one plot thread near the end just struck me as, like, out of left field. It's like, okay, this hasn't been, like... This has not been what we've been doing, like, this entire time, right? Like, all of a sudden they just, like, switch gears and it's like, it's this kind of anime now. And it's just like, this seems a little random.
That guy gonna get you.
Yeah, apparently. I'm dead. Shoot. I thought he was gonna float on by. I didn't think he was I always killed the other ones too fast. I didn't know that was what they were gonna do.
You could also probably pop an acid rain.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, the whole thing, like, and there's one part in, like, particular. Actually, I know what I could do. We're back. You need to comment on the thing I just said. Does it make sense or is it freaking stupid?
It's a little dumb. Like, on the entire show sounds very dumb to me. But it's just not my taste, I guess. It's not my taste. Somebody out there, you know, B-Star favorite anime. You
like,
do
it
you,
got,
man.
like, really, like, a lot of people were talking about it. Like, I think some people were, like, almost afraid to say how much they liked it. They're like, is it a masterpiece? Oh, maybe not, but I'm glad that I watched it and all that, and it's like, you're
Maybe
just
not.
afraid that people are, you know...
Because my family could see this and call me furries.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I get from it, that they're like, well, our son's a freaking furry. And, you know, like, there's a part of me that thinks it's important to just like what you like. So, like, you know, I'll, like, never begrudge anybody for liking it. There's very few shows that I will be like, if you like this, you're wrong. Screw you. As stupid as I thought Sword Art Online was, it does have really good action scenes, so I could see people liking it, right? I don't remember what the weakness is. If this goes to a second round, I might have you look it up for me. But I have been killing it.
Wire. The wire is his weakness.
Oh, don't I wish? That'd be awesome. You're gonna run around, right? No! You ran around too much! But yeah, like, like, there's two shows that come to mind that strike me as, like, actually bad. And, like, one of them is, like, you know Attack on Titan, right? Not Attack on Titan, but there was a spin-off where they were in school, and it was, like, this weird, like, mixed school where, like, Titans are just very large students, right? And it's like, in the regular anime, it makes sense that Eren hates Titans because they, like, killed his mom. That's, like, first episode. I'm not gonna count that as a spoiler. But in this, he's just like, oh, I had a bad experience with, like, a Titan bullied me once, so I want them all gone. And, you know, like, I start reading this, and I don't really think about it too much, right? But then there's, like, this one point where he's, like, pretty much campaigning to get rid of all Titans, and he, like, makes the comment, he's like, why, you know, it's like, why isn't this working? How did the man with the little mustache do it? And I'm like, oh, shit! That's Hitler! Eren's being racist! Like Hitler! And it was at that point I'm like, yeah, this anime, yeah, like, this manga, I was reading the manga at the time, I'm like, it's not good. Like, they just made a Hitler comparison, and you know what? That's pretty Hitler of him. So that's, like, one of those that I'll really, like, dislike. And the other one is, like, you're familiar with Hatalia, right?
No.
Okay, like, it's called Hatalia Access Powers, where pretty much, like, you probably have at least seen it. Pretty much, like, all of the major, whatchamacallits, like, countries are personified by a pretty anime boy. Okay?
Okay.
So there's, like, and the three main characters are, like, the access powers. Which already should raise some red flags.
Is it just World War II, but with...
They reference it sometimes, but, like, pretty much, like, the conceit is, like, Italy, Germany, and Japan are pretty much just, like, best friends, and they hang out with other countries and get along with them, but they do have a history because of when they...
to the right?
I might.
I don't know what's over there.
Yeah, I think I will, for secret's sake. But, like, that's the entire point of the show. Like, they hang out and, like, America's, like, very strong, but kind of, like, confident in like, overconfident and stuff.
Mm.
And then Germany's just, like, very strict. Oh, that did work. I thought I was gonna get caught. And Japan's, like, very, like... Oh, yeah, introverted, I'll say. And, like, conservative and everything. And it's just dumb stuff like that, and they get together and they have wacky fun. But, like, the end of the day, it is just like... Okay, but the entire thing is... You're based off of the Access Powers, who I think most people will agree were the bad guys in World War II. So that's a little weird. And then, like, there's this one segment, like, it's, like, very, very, like, sketch, like, situated, if you get what I mean, right? Mm. Like, they'll do an episode and it'll just be, like, a bunch of, like, little things happening, like, a few minutes long each. But there was, like, this one that I, like, have to wonder if I imagined it, because it is, like, so bad that there should have been more outcry if I'm just not misremembering it completely.
Was it popular?
Oh, it was very, especially among, like, girls, because they're all like, oh, they're pretty boys, oh!
My husbando,
Germany. I want to see, Germany and Italy get together, ah! Right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that was, but there was, like, this one sketch, if I'm not misremembering it, I want somebody to double-check me, okay? Because I cannot believe it, where, like, Britain and France were, like, trying to get people motivated to go to war, right? So, like, pretty much, like, the implication was that the Holocaust was propaganda to get people upset so they would go to war, right? Mm. And it was just like, please, Mega Man, don't! My father is not really evil! Dr. Wily took me hostage and forced my father to fight you! Please, Mega Man, don't hurt my father anymore! Oh, Kalinka. Father! Mega Man, forgive me.
It sounded like Mega Man was gonna kill him.
You betrayed me. You betrayed me, Proto Man! I am going to break you, Mega Man.
Secret stage or just boss fight?
It's the Wily stage. I do Cossack stage and then I do Wily stage.
Oh, there's like a bunch of levels.
To finish out my point with, like, the worst sound effect in the world, like, if you're a Holocaust denier, you're not the worst person in the world, but you are a special kind of dickbag, in my humble opinion. So, like...
You got any of you out there watching?
Yeah, I mean, we have a small audience, but if it needs to get smaller, that's fine. Just, there were people
we've lost a subscriber.
Like, there were people still living that went through that, so it's not like, oh yeah, my grandparents told me about this, I never saw it, like it happened 200 years ago. It's like, no, there's still people that can describe in graphic detail the horrible things that were done to them. So, So, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of wondering, like, it seems like, like, if that were a thing, right? If that were actually in the show, people would have been upset. But then again, I think people have, like, this weird habit of they don't call out bullcrap on things they like. Mm. Like, because I remember, like, for a while, Michael Jackson, like, they're like, oh, he's definitely, not gonna say that word, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But then, people just kind of, like, pretended it didn't happen, and then Neverland came out, and they're like, oh man, I can't believe he did that. And I'm like, I thought we decided that he did do that, like, years ago. right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was just more convenient when he was alive, because it's like, oh man! Like, he did that, but I really want to see him in concert because his music is so good and he's so charming. So we're just gonna say that, you know, no, it was exaggerated, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's dumb stuff like that. And, like, you watch Gus and Eddie too, right?
Occasionally.
Yeah, they, like, are always on Chris Brown's case, and, you know, like, I don't know much about him, but they'll, like, say some of the stuff that he's, like, done that's on record, and people, like, get upset, and it's just like, okay. Like, I think it's the same thing, where people are like, yeah, but he's got really good stuff. It's, like, another thing with H.P. Lovecraft, where he was, like, very xenophobic, very racist.
Oh, I
And
have a
people are
strategy
like,
for that. Well, never mind. Now it's done. It's
yeah,
gone.
that was a bad idea. You know what? I have a strategy, too. I think this is the
I'm
last
pretty
water
sure I
level.
remember this, and I just
Yeah,
slapped my face on those guys and
Yep,
damage
that would have
boost
been
through.
the best idea. Hit me, please. Hit me! Hit me! But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of times where it just seems
Hidden
like...
blocks. Or disappearing blocks. Uh-oh.
Shoot.
Hidden blocks are
But
Mario.
yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people just don't want to admit that there's something inherently wrong with something they like.
Mhm.
So they just don't address it. If Italia was kinda, you know, was like a Holocaust denier, it's like, well, they have pretty anime boys, so I'm just gonna ignore that.
Pretty anime boys.
Hey, that's all you need to get away with
And then you can wire up.
bigotry, yep. But after that block goes. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a failing. It's like the same reason why boycotts don't work.
Mm.
Especially with frickin' video games. Unless you're epic like me and don't buy Capcom games for like several years. I think I remember, yeah, they showed the timeline. There was like an 8-year gap where they did not make any Mega Man games. Which is pretty big. Especially because, like, for a while they were doing like at least one Mega Man game a year. And then all of a sudden they canceled 3 of them in a row. And they're just like, well, we're never doing Mega Man again.
That seems like a pretty free E-Tank.
Well, I'm at the final leg. How many do I have?
8, I think so.
Oh, sheesh. So, yeah, the one time I killed myself, that might be my only game over. Because apparently I can just pop these things like candy. What is...
A Met.
I kinda wanna say it's the whatchamacallit. Darn it.
I always looked up their weaknesses when I got to the Wily stages.
Yeah, I probably should.
You gonna pop one?
I don't know. I kinda wonder if... I think there's a difficulty setting in this, right? Like, on the actual collection, and I kinda wanna say we got it on the lower setting, because, like, so many of these bosses are dying a lot easier. They're, like, doing nothing to me. I think you
I
have...
thought we reset it last time.
All I'm saying is, I don't think I'm, you
Oh,
know...
you might be able to check it, actually. Press the start button.
Oh, next time.
Or whichever one brings up, like, the actual, like, anniversary collection menu, not, like, your in-game menu.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but yeah, I'll look next time.
It should
Yeah,
say
I
on
think
there.
this is... I don't know, it's gonna be better for just, like, speedrunning this crap.
Mm.
But, yeah,
But
I think this is, like... I'm either a lot better at Mega Man than I ever thought, or this is easy.
Maybe when I was saying Mega Man isn't as hard as I didn't think it was as hard as everybody was
Yeah,
talking
because,
about.
like, they're just, like... Yeah, it is
level
easy.
Oh, no.
Huh.
Have I never truly beaten a Mega Man? Oh,
Well...
my whole world is shattering.
It's fine. Well, it's fine for me. No! Yeah, well, we can always
That's a
replay
neat-
this
oh,
at
you
some
don't need
later date if people, like, really care. Although, yeah, I think it means that I'm pretty good if I can tell that it's too easy. It means I'm such a master that I know that this isn't the real challenge.
Oh no, I did beat X. There was no difficulty toggle on that, so...
Wait, I thought this killed that thing. It does.
Balloon?
Nah, I'll just use Jet.
Wow.
It's not much difference. But yeah, I don't know. It
much
does
at
kind of
all.
make me... Yeah,
Eddie!
Frickin' Eddie.
Right or left? Oh. They gotcha.
That was pointless. Yeah, I don't know. We can always... I don't hate this one. I would play it again. If people are like, I can't believe you played easy on Mega Man. That's practically cheating.
I say I go back and play them on a harder difficulty, but I got other stuff I want to play.
Yeah, if this wasn't like our one day to record, I would say we could just redo this at some point, but at this point we're just blowing through. And
We might even have time to do something else later too.
Oh yeah.
Another series.
Let us know in the comments below what you want to see us play. We will see it after, you know, after we're done recording for the day.
Yes, that's probably not gonna happen for a while. I know what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
Doing the fish Path of Radiance.
Oh, we can do that a little bit if you want.
Show my intense skills.
Are we playing it on... I think we gave ourselves dumb rules and then backed out of it anyway because there was the one map where like 3 people died and it's just like, well...
No, I just reset for that time. And I wasn't Iron Manning anyway, so I didn't care too much.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
But I was playing on the hardest difficulty. I think I was playing on the hardest difficulty. I'd be ashamed of myself if I wasn't. 'Cause Fire Emblem, more like it. Easy Emblem. I haven't ever played Thracia though, so maybe that's the one that's gonna get me.
I'd say I'm the same with Mega Man, but that's clearly not the case given that I just played through this entire game on easy. Yeah, I was wondering how I was getting through the bosses without doing like any stinking, you know, like, oh, I'm not even using the weakness. I'm just shooting it.
That is the loudest car ever. Oh, it's gone now.
This is relatively a pain in my butt.
But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I didn't say this on camera, but the Awakening Lunatic Plus is probably going to be the only hardest difficulty I don't do in one of those games. Because that's, like, solely dependent on luck. Like, especially in the early chapters, you just have to send Frederick out there and pray. As he says, you gotta pick a god and pray.
Well, since
You
this one's
might need an E-tank.
Yeah, since they, like, have fed them to me. You know what? Even if it was easy, I still had to overcome the jank, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say you better...
I know I could take at least one more, because this thing does, like, no damage to me. I wish I remember what it was. Yeah, like, I remember all the, you know, regular bosses, but I do not remember...
I can look them up.
Well...
It's already easy mode.
Yeah, that's kind of why I haven't, like, bothered. Like, the one that, like, really tipped me off was the thinking, you know, like, when there were the 2 boys?
2 boys?
The 2 boys in the spiky room? First one and then the other?
Crawling across the roof.
I remember, yeah, I remember those being a pain in the butt even when I was using, like, a weakness or something, and I'm just like, I shredded them. Yeah.
I still gotta play Final Fantasy Tactics, too. I'm working through so many games right now.
I have so many games to play, and then I'm just like, what if I played Animal Crossing for, like, over 100 hours?
I put 25 hours in. I don't like this Animal Crossing much, the last one. But that's blasphemy on the internet right now, because we're still in the honeymoon phase, so...
Is it? I was, like, under the impression that people were allowed to complain about it. Like, I know... Like, the one that really got me was, whatchamacallit, Breath of the Wild, where it was just, like, it's not a perfect game, like... And I'll stand by that. There's, like, a lot I take issue with. I can see why people like it, and I think it's very well constructed, but it's not perfect.
Well, I think now it's, like, more acceptable to critique it, because Most games have like a little honeymoon phase where it's just like you talk bad about it during like the first few months it comes out. You are
Well, there's like a lot of indefensible, dumb stuff about Animal Crossing, like this new one especially, that's just like there was no reason to put it in.
yeah.
Like one of the big one, like I complained about this, and then I watched like Arlo did a video where he like compiled like a list of what they should change, and a lot of them, I also thought that, or you know, he brought up something that I didn't really think about that I agreed with anyway. But yeah, I think like a lot of them are really obvious. Like
Mountain Dew Man. Yeah.
okay.
Bright.
But yeah, like one of the thing, you know, like the one that I complained about was how I like went into my house and, you know, like if I want to craft something and I have the materials in my
Crazy.
storage, I need to pull it out of storage.
Yeah.
And then, you know, whereas if it's in my house, I should just have access to it.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of things that it feels like it's a pain in the butt to be a pain in the butt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Have you figured out how to make better tools than like the second tier ones?
The gold tier?
Oh, there's gold tier?
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that's kind of irritating me, actually. I want Pharaoh Shot. Yeah, these should do a lot of damage, but, like, half his health.
Hey, you never know, maybe he's softened up over the years.
But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, yeah, like, to get the golden slingshot, right, I have actually earned that. After you earn it, like, by getting 300, you know, popping 300 balloons.
Oh, so like the Nook Mile things. Like the
Not
little
necessarily, it
achievements?
depends. Well, actually, I think a lot of them do tie in with it, but, you know, like, after you get that, randomly, like, a golden balloon will spawn and fly overhead, and you pop it to get the, you know, recipe. And, like, I've had that, I'm gonna say, for at least a week. I have not gotten my damn recipe.
Do those still break?
They do, it just takes a while.
Oh.
Plus, you get an achievement for doing that, which I'm pretty far along on my achievements. It's like, I almost want to say I would have given up on the game if it wasn't for the dumb little Nook Miles thing, but there's, like, my OCD that's just like,
Yeah.
I need to do it.
So
Well, like, can I really say that I beat the game just because I have my house paid off and all the villagers I want, if I haven't gotten all of the dumb little, you know, like, cell phone things?
Like in the Dragon Quest games especially, I get kind of like that with the side quests. Like, I feel like I have to do all the side quests. And there's a lot of side quests, especially in 11, there were a lot.
Dragon Quest 11 I gave up on. Like, in the beginning, I was like, I am definitely going to 100% this, right? Like, I'm going to get, like, the Platinum Trophy.
I don't think I got the Platinum Trophy.
And then, you know, like, it had, you know, like, I got to where I needed, like, I'm gonna say 3 to 5 more trophies. And it was just like, I could do this, but it will take me at least 50 hours for minimal rewards, right? So it was at that point, I was just like, I got other stuff to do, and I quit. I just want everyone to know that I could have Platinum Trophied Dragon Quest 11. I just didn't.
Dragon Quest 8, I think I did everything. Like the
Is
Monster
that-
Arena, I completely cleared everything.
Is that Curse King?
Yeah. I got the best equipment on everybody that they can get.
Oh, who did you marry in that? I probably asked you this, like, several times. Did you marry...
In 11 or 8?
8. In 11,
I just went with basic Medea. Because Jessica didn't feel... Like, okay, I think Jessica is a better character, and I felt like my character was closer to them, but not in a romantic way. They felt like they were good adventuring buddies. It didn't feel like there was anything there. I feel like there's more between Hero and Eric in 11 than was there.
Well...
Not saying I married Eric in that one.
I'd ship it. Could you marry Eric?
You can marry anyone you want in 11.
Could you have married your grandpa?
You don't technically marry him. You're just like, oh, we live together and we're buds now. You go grandpa. I like Dragon Quest 11 a lot. I don't think it's my favorite Dragon Quest game. My favorite's probably still 9. Just because I like the amount of polish that was there.
And Seth Green did a commercial?
Seth Green? I don't even know who Seth Green is.
He's the man with the robot chicken.
I only know Seth Rogen. Everybody knows Seth Rogen.
He makes Funny Man videos. He did Sausage Party, the greatest movie of all time.
Sean Green?
No, Seth Rogen.
Oh, Seth Rogen.
Seth Green did Robot Chicken, which is a real fun show. I watch it, I like it, although they can be very hit or miss. I remember watching the first episode and being like, I hate this. And then the second episode came out, and then it was more stuff that clicked with me.
You went down real quick.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm playing on a lower difficulty setting. Do I have to...
You gotta shoot him in his dumb face, I'm pretty sure. Or the little blue glowing orb.
This one is a pain in the ass. Because they need to, like...
My eyes are screaming out in pain with all the flickering. What are you using on this guy? Dust?
No. I gotta use the drill, and I gotta make it so that it explodes right before it bounces off. So that the explosion hits his dumb, stupid general.
What if you ran out of those?
Okay, now it's the time. Oh, it's not the time.
I gotta prepare for this. You did it, screen. Checking memory card. Every time it says checking the memory card. Breaking the immersion.
Yeah, because I feel like this game really makes you feel like you're Mega Man. 10 out of 10.
I was walking around outside earlier and I was like, what if I could just feel like Mega Man? And now here we are. Really feeling like Mega Man. Oh no, another secret level?
Nobody knows who Mega Man is anymore.
He got blue hair.
No, he doesn't. That is the dirtiest lie.
There's green rocks. Yes, they're kind of mossy. A little gross looking though.
I could
like
really
chicken nuggets that are
probably used a fill-up. But you know what? It's fine.
Which is the one with the Proto Man fight? With like Proto Man Castle.
5.
I didn't like that one because I went through the entire thing and then
I forgot that this one's annoying. Like, he's on the bottom of the screen. Like, how am I... Actually, if I hop around...
You might be able to poke him with it?
Yeah, that's actually how I've beaten this, like, several times before.
Oh, you got him.
And then the Pharaoh shot charges so weird, because sometimes it, like, pops up above my head, and other times it's like, yeah, you got it charged. So, yeah, I don't mind this being on easy, because this fight is stupid, okay? It's got music that would be a lot cooler if it lasted more than, like, 10 seconds.
You don't like the loop?
Well, it's too quick of a loop.
You can probably just finish him off with a single shot. He's got 1 plink of health.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do, but I'm wondering if I should just swap to...
Or else I want to use an E-Tank just to be safe, since you're right at the end, and...
Yeah, okay. That's a good call.
You got 7 or 6 now.
You know what? I'll just do it like this.
Oh, he is too high.
Yeah, this fight relies on luck a little. I'm sorry, how did that not hit him? You know what?
Could you toad him?
I don't know. That's a very good question that I'm not going to answer.
You could try it. You got him. But make sure you don't finish him off, because that would just be mean. You gotta be like, I forgive you. And your flashing square computer. Oh no! Danger! Proto Man swoops in! No, he doesn't. Wait, I thought he swoops in and catches the roof as it's falling on you.
That's Mega Man 5, you dingus. Or Mega Man... No, it's Mega Man 5. Mega Man 3, he's around, but I don't think he does that. Or maybe he does do it in 3. I don't know. It's in one of them.
Oh, there's trade tracks.
Well, this sure was easy mode. My gosh.
You died. You got game over on easy mode. Oh.
Well, to be fair, I think the big part of easy mode is more that they do less damage
Mm.
and you do more.
Mm.
So what got me was, like, we're traps, pretty much, right? Actually, I got 2 game overs because there was Brightman when
Bamboo?
Yeah, Brightman when they did the, the thing where it's like, you jumped on the platform. It's like, I jumped beside the platform.
Excuses. I want to know who wrote the story for this. And all the dialogue.
Toshi-chan's easy.
He did it. Or she.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hayato? That's a dude name.
Are you Japanese now? Do you know when names are male or female?
No.
Because I've seen, like, several animes where I'm like, oh, that's a this gender name. And then somebody will pop up with that name and they'll be like the other, the other sex in another one. And I'll be like, oh, no it isn't. I'm an idiot.
Takap. Special designer. Let me know in the comments if you know any females named Hayato.
He's a combat butler. I've never watched it or read it. I just know that name has popped up from time to time.
I've never heard of it. Bun Bun.
Well, I'm older than you are. And used to be into anime. Oh, Studio Trigger is putting out a new anime. I gotta see if the site that I watch it with questionable legality will let me watch it or not.
I only watched Girl Logged of theirs. It was good. I liked it. Not my favorite, but it was good.
Yeah, the new show is called BNA.
BNA? Is it like DNA?
Brand New Animal.
Oh.
And it's with, like, furry people. They have, like, their
What's
people.
About the furry people anime?
I don't know, but the point is, it's Studio Trigger, and until they do me, like, real dirty, I will watch, like, anything they put out.
The coronavirus is...
I'm waiting for stinking, like, Promare to come out on, like, Blu-ray. Like, my opinion on that movie, I need to watch it again to see if I'm, like, like, I might have just not paid enough attention the first time I watched it.
Mm.
But I thought the plot was kind of dumb and predictable and, like, well, maybe the one plot twist was really predictable, but they get that out of the way early. But the point is, it just struck me as kind of dumb, and it was, like, but it was, like, such a spectacle that, like, at the very least, the animation alone was, like, made it worth watching.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like the style. It's just, my favorite style is probably Assassination Classroom, which I also prefer anime. I just really like the
it's a shame you weren't there when it first came out. We, like, got that, like, the people that I used to game with. I don't know if they want their names mentioned, so...
If they just dropped one!
Well, I kind of, like, cut it off. But the point is, like, when I played with that, like, there was this one really crappy Shonen Jump game.
Mm.
But they had a lot of characters in it, and, like, the first one we were like, well, we have enough money to unlock somebody. And it's like, well, let's unlock Kuro-sensei. And then I think after that, I'm like, and then after that, we need to unlock Bo.
I can't really say anything about Assassination Classroom without spoilers, because I feel like you just gotta watch it without knowing anything when you go into it.
Either way, we have completed the game on easy mode because apparently that's what the setting is. I'm just curious to, like, options, sound options, gameplay options.
Navi mode? Navi from Legend of Zelda makes a guest appearance?
I think it just gives you... Oh my gosh, yeah, just... So that way if we ever come back to this, we can play on not wuss mode. Anyway, thanks for watching. Next time we'll be back with something different. Thanks for watching. Join us next time for, well, as we said, something different. Might still be a little weeby though.